Hello everyone, Victor Tanzig here, and welcome to the Reddit Railway. Today's destination is r/IDontWorkHereLady, so all aboard! I was in the military for 6 years and served in Desert Storm. The other day I was at a grocery store buying a couple of loaves of bread. The uniform worn by the workers is a red polo shirt with the company name embroidered on the left breast. They also wear white, khaki or black pants. I was in the bread aisle for about 10 seconds when I got the feeling someone was staring at me. I turned and there was this woman standing very close to me. She had an ugly frown on her face. "You know, you shouldn't stand behind people like that," I said. "You don't know how they'll react." "I need your help," she said. Right then I knew I had just encountered a Karen. Now, some people might say they have a short fuse when describing their anger. I don't have a fuse, I have a button. When it's pushed, I can get very nasty. Even so, I try my best to remain level-headed. I've had enough violence in my life and would give anything to just live in peace. So I tried not to go Armageddon on her. If you want help, you should ask one of the employees. I am. I was immensely confused. I was wearing a black t-shirt, black cargo pants, black socks, and black sneakers. I wasn't even remotely dressed like any of the employees. This Karen must have been blind. She was also deaf because I told her, "Ma'am, I don't work here." "Don't lie to me. You do work here." "What about my clothes says I work here?" "You're wearing an employee uniform. You need to help me now." It was then I lost my patience. I'm not a small guy and my voice is fairly deep. I can be very intimidating, especially when I shout. So I said to the Karen, "What part of I don't work here do you not understand, you irritating pencil neck?" Karen is stunned by my outburst, but after a second, she starts balling her fists. She actually had the "I'm going to kick your ass" look on her face. So I tell her, "Fair warning, you swing at me like a man, you better be prepared to take a punch like a man." She decides that instead of punching me, she'd slap me instead. She hit me right across the face and knocked off my glasses. She then started laughing. She must have thought I wouldn't do anything. She was wrong. I slapped her so hard she was knocked on her ass. "I warned you," I said. Karen decides to play her trump card. "I'm going to have you arrested." I smile and point to the security camera that would have caught the whole thing. Plus, there were several employees nearby. "Have a nice day, bitch," I said. I grabbed my 2 loaves of bread and head off to pay for them. I caught a glimpse of Karen being escorted to the back office. I later found out she had been banned from the store for 30 days. Sucks to be her. Sucks indeed. Fuck you, Karen. This story is proof that you should never pick fights with strangers. Like OP said, you never know how they'll react. Well done on putting that Karen in her place. Some of the comments did criticize OP for hitting a woman, which is complete rubbish. If he did it for no reason, I agree that would be bad. But since she started it, why shouldn't he be allowed to defend himself? A few years ago, I was a police officer here in England. I started working for a team that handled security for large shopping complexes. We kept watch for things like shoplifting and antisocial behavior. The uniform was a white shirt and black tie. While on duty, I'd wear a stab vest and hat. When on break, I wouldn't wear the vest and hat, just a zip-up jacket that covered my police markings. While out to lunch one day, I was sitting in the food court and saw a woman standing at a sandwich store. I'm guessing she was angry given how she was flailing her arms about. That's not a crime, so I returned to my lunch. Then I heard raised voices and the woman slammed her hand against the countertop. Now I had to respond. I head over to the disturbance. Most of the staff knew me and were very relieved when they saw me approach. I came to learn the woman was kicking up a fuss because the shop didn't have the specific filling she wanted. They tried to tell her they couldn't make her sandwich and she wasn't taking no for an answer. "Is everything all right here?" I ask. The woman turns and eyes me up. I was in my early 20s at the time, so she likely thought I was a security guard instead of a cop. "For God's sake," she began, "I don't need security. This little shit won't make my sandwich." "Okay, first, you need to stop swearing, and second, I'm a level up from security." She didn't like this. "Oh, piss off. I just want my sandwich." She ignores me and goes back to banging her hand on the counter. "You need to stop that," I say. She rounds on me again. "I said piss off. I know the management here, so fuck off back to standing around doing nothing or I'll get you sacked." "I'm warning you that you need to stop swearing. It's a public order offense." I just want my sandwich, not some jumped-up plastic policeman interfering. Fuck off! Stop swearing, you're causing a scene, and stop hitting the counter or you'll be arrested. Don't tell me what to do. You're just a wannabe cop. You can't arrest me. Get your boss right now. I decide to not oblige this request. Instead, I unzip my jacket and identify myself as a uniformed police constable. Her eyes widened when she saw the cuffs on my belt. I'm arresting you under Section 5 of the Public Order Act. This arrest is necessary to prevent injury to others and damage to property. I then give her Britain's version of the Miranda warning. I had no intention of cuffing her. I was twice her size, so it wasn't necessary. Instead, I steered the now spluttering woman to a table. I sat her down and called for a car to pick us up. She was given a fine of £80 for causing a disturbance. Jesus, tap dancing Christ. I wonder what sort of filling she wanted for her sandwich. Whatever it was, I hope it was worth the fine. So my husband and I were walking around my favorite stationery store. I was buying all sorts of things and explaining why they were important. He was following behind with a trolley, patiently listening to me babbling about pens, pencils, and notepads. He then got distracted by some gadget and stopped. I didn't notice this and proceeded to the next aisle. I soon realized my husband was gone and went to look for him. That was when this lady started following me. Even though I'm walking away from her, she starts rambling about a specific item she needs. She's still talking when I find my husband and finishes by asking where she could find this particular product. I simply say, "Sorry, I don't work here." She goes red in the face and replies, "Well, I saw you helping that gentleman, so I thought you did." I reply, "Oh no, he's my husband." She was shocked and clearly embarrassed. She just looked at me, mumbled sorry, and walked away. Meanwhile, my hubby heard the whole thing and was laughing his ass off. You know, this has got to be the first time I've ever heard the words favorite stationery store. I don't know why I find that so confusing. There's no logical reason for it. Anyway, there's not really a lot I can say about this story. At least the woman said sorry. Me and my significant other went to the mall to buy some clothes for a wedding we would be attending. We visited several shops, including the one where this took place. We were at the back of the store near the changing rooms. While waiting for my significant other to try on clothes, I walk over to a nearby sales rack to see what's on offer. Keep in mind, there was no way I could have been mistaken for a worker. They were all dressed in black, while I wasn't. But that didn't stop some teenager from asking me, "Can I use the dressing rooms, please?" "Oh yeah, definitely," I said. Based on the relaxed tone of my voice, and after noticing my outfit, she must have realized I didn't work there. She began laughing hysterically, and I couldn't help but join in. When we both calmed down, she apologized. I told her no worries, and she went into the dressing room. My significant other soon returned. He had heard the whole thing and also had a giggle. We left and went to another store, where another lady mistook me for a worker. Also in the dressing room. OP must look like a helpful person. Either that or she's been cursed by the retail gods to forever be approached by people wanting help. That sounds like a fate worse than death, to be honest. I'm glad this one didn't escalate. It's so refreshing whenever people can laugh at a situation. And with that, I'll end the video here. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.